In this video, let's look at how do we insert slicers or visual filters onto our pivot table reports in Microsoft Excel. For example, you can see we have two reports. This is how we did collect our revenue from each individual region, and this is how much we collected from each individual item type. Now, if I'd like to filter these reports so that maybe I can check how much did we collect using our offline sales channel, I can just tap this offline and you can see the numbers will update right here. I can close this and go back to the original data. I can turn on the online sales channel and it will show me how we collected using that particular sales channel. Or I would like to filter these two reports on how much we collected in the offline mode, looking at the high order priority option. So I can tap both options in the sales channel slicer as well as the order priority slicer, and my numbers in two reports will update. So how do we do this kind of visual filters? Now, for us to insert a slicer, what we shall do is to click on any of the pivot table reports, and under the pivot table analyze tab, we shall pick this option, insert a slicer. And when you do that, this will open the insert slicer dialog box. What we can do here is to pick from any of these fields, which particular field do we want to filter these reports by. Maybe we want to filter per sales channel, so I'll just place a check mark. And maybe we also want to filter by order priority, so I'll just place a check mark on the field name that I'm interested in, and now I can say okay. When I do that, this will insert these visual filters like so. What I can do is just to adjust the size of these particular visual filters, and I can now place them in any position of my choice. Okay, now let us test if these particular slicers are able to filter these reports. I can just tap the offline option. There you go. You can see it's only filtering this particular first report. Now, if I'd like this particular slicer to also filter this second report in one go, what do? I just click in the slicer, right mouse click, report connections, and in here, I'll pick the pivot table reports that I needed to slice. Right now, it is actually filtering only the region pivot table report. I would like it to also filter the item type pivot table report. So I'll just place a check mark like so and say okay. Now, if I actually picked the offline option like so, you can see both of the two reports are able to filter. Similarly, we can do the same with our order priority. So I'll just right mouse click, report connection, and I'll just expand this report connections dialog box and pick the item type pivot table report and say okay. Now, when I want to check by order priority, maybe high, you can see all these two reports are able to filter. All right, now if you'd like to learn and master Microsoft Excel from complete beginner all the way through to advanced, I've put a completely free Excel course. The only thing that you need to do is to check the link in the bio, or you can also join our WhatsApp community. See you in the next video.